Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue to build decks led by the legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's not-so-budget deck is the King of Figaro himself, Edgar, Master Machinist. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Edgar, Master Machinist is a 4-mana 2/4 legendary human artificer noble. Once during each of our turns, we may cast an artifact spell from our graveyard. If we cast a spell this way, that artifact enters tapped. Additionally, whenever Edgar attacks, he gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts we control. So, we'll want some big artifacts that we can bring back, as well as ways to put those cards in our graveyard. Good thing we're in red, lots of looting effects. In fact, we may have a couple ways to search up artifacts and put them into our graveyard directly. Now, as far as budget is concerned, we're not a budget deck. I know I've done a lot of those recently, but as I said earlier, Edgar is the King of Figaro. He's a literal king. He has a moving castle. So why would he be limited to something like a budget? In Final Fantasy VI, every character has a class. Unlike 5, where you can swap classes around, characters in 6 have set classes, and Edgar's class is Machinist. As a Machinist, Edgar is the only one that can use tools. As you travel through the world, you find more and more of these tools, and they have a variety of effects. Of course, the chainsaw is the best one, as it has a chance of killing an opponent outright. And the animation for when this effect occurs is simply delightful. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these new Bluebird ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store, or order them online from Amazon. Click the link down below to go to Ultimate Guard's Amazon store. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arid Mesa, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Strand, Sacred Foundry, Spectator Seating, Sundown Pass, Clifftop Retreat, Elegant Parlor, Alpine Meadow, Sacred Peaks, Radiant Summit, Glittering Massif, Sunbillow Verge, Rugged Prairie, Battlefield Forge, Needleverge Pathway, Fury Calm Snarl, Boros Garrison, Great Furnace, Ancient Den, Scavenger Grounds, 7 Mountains, and 7 Plains. Not budget by any means, but not super expensive either. Our mana ramp package consists of Slowbad Iron Goblin, Foundry Inspector, Smothering Tithe, Solemn Simulacrum, Wayfarer's Bauble, Burnished Heart, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Boros Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thrawn Dynamo, Chromatic Orrery, Sword of Hearth and Home, the Reaver Cleaver, and the Warring Triad. Lots of ramp, and much of it is reusable thanks to our commander. For card advantage, we've got Duretti Scrap Savant, Jeska's Will, Enlightened Tutor, Oswald Fiddlebender, Faithless Looting, Demand Answers, Goblin Engineer, Scrap Trawler, Goblin Welder, Key to the City, Ichor Wellspring, Coin of Fate, Mishra's Bauble, The Immortal Sun, Wedding Invitation, and Wake the Past. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and find fun cards. Our interaction and spot removal consists of Extinguisher's Battleship, Angel of the Ruins, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Abrade, Deflecting Palm, Dispatch, Meteor Golem, Boros Charm, Generous Gift, Chaos Warp, and Restoration Magic. Some protection, but mostly spot removal. Some of it is repeatable thanks to our commander. For board wipes, we're running Cataclysmic Gearhulk and Blasphemous Act. Gotta love wipes that destroy everything, right? The core of our deck consists of Metalwork Colossus, Machinist's Arsenal, Combustible Gearhulk, Excalibur Sword of Eden, Sculpting Steel, Cybermen Squadron, Blightsteel Colossus, Ultima Weapon, Celestial Armor, Embercleave, Bronze Guardian, and Triplicate Titan. Supporting our plan, we've also got Weapons Manufacturing, Swiftfoot Boots, Commander's Plate, and Aggravated Assault. Wanted some ways to protect our commander. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 54 mana sources split between 37 lands and 17 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, I know, but our curve is high, so it's fine. 16 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 1 piece of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds, 1 sudden I win card in Blightsteel Colossus. Now, we don't have any ways to cheat Blightsteel onto the battlefield, but we do have Cybermen Squadron, which means Blightsteel, in addition to Trample, Infect, and Indestructible, also gets Myriad, which seems a hilarious thing to do to your table. Are you building an Edgar Master Machinist Commander deck? What about a deck led by one of the other creatures from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Nazwin, Congo, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yori, and Sleech. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.